اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق خلق الإنسان من علق اقرأ وربك الأكرم
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Welcome back. So inshallah we are continuing our lessons from where we stopped. So today's topic is هذه and harf jar li. So inshallah we are going to learn about this, and we're going to learn how to match about mubtada and khabar. I recommend before you watch this video to watch video on introduction to gender, so which has more relevance inshallah. So as usual, before we go, we just do our pronouns so that we don't get lost with these. So huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna, anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna, ana, nahnu. So slowly this should have an impact in our brain. We should know it completely by now. So today's verb, we're going to practice one verb as well, so we don't get lost with the conjugation of verbs as well. So we got huwa nasara. Nasara means he helped. He helped. Today's verb is he helped. Huwa nasara, huma nasara, hum nasaru, hiya nasarat, huma nasarata, hunna nasarna, anta nasarta, antuma nasartuma, antum nasartum, anti nasarti, antunna nasartunna, ana nasartu, nahnu nasarna. So nasara means he helped. Inshallah practice. So coming to our lesson about hadihi. So far we have done hada, which is called ismul isharati lil qareeb, the demonstrative pronoun for pointing things which are near to you. Ismul isharati mudaf mudaf ilayh, lil qareeb is the khabar. Just keep remember and analyze inshallah. And we have done zalika ismul isharati lil ba'id. Ba'id means far, to point the things which are far. Both of these, hada and zalika, they are muzakkar. They used to point at things which are masculine or males. Any object which is masculine, you point it as hada or zalika. So what do we use for a feminine? What we use is hadihi. Hadihi. So this is hadihi is ismul isharati lil qareeb, and tilka we use instead of zalika for males, and we have tilka for female. It's ismul isharati lil ba'id, and these two are used for muannath. Muannath. Hadihi and tilka. So we're just still doing about singular. Inshallah, when we go to plurals and duals, and we get a different pronouns. So far we have done hada and zalika. So inshallah today we'll be doing hadihi. Hadihi is ismul isharat lil qareeb lil muannath, for feminine objects. So it's important to use a right pronoun for a right object or a right gender, because when we are speaking about a subject, the whole sentence should reflect about the gender of the subject. That means the mubtada and the khabar, they should agree on the gender. Let me give you some. If the mubtada is a muzakkar, for example, kitab is a muzakkar, say hada kitabun. The mubtada and khabar, they both agree in the gender. Hada is demonstrative pronoun ism isharati lil muzakkar, for masculine objects. So kitab is masculine, so we have a masculine demonstrative pronoun. If you want to say sayyara, sayyaratu means it is ending with ta marbuta and it is feminine. So we know. So what do we use? We don't say hada sayyaratu, we will say hadihi sayyaratu. This is a car. That is why the mubtada and the khabar, they have to agree on the gender. It's very important. So that is a proper way of speaking Arabic. If mubtada is mu'annath, then the khabar is mu'annath. Let's do some example inshallah. So if you say هذه طبيبة, it's not طبيب. If it's طبيب, we say هذا طبيب. هذه طبيبة, this is a lady doctor. فاكهة, so most of the time, 99% of the time, when you see ta marbuta, that means it is a feminine object. So we say the fruits is a feminine. So we say هذه فاكهة, this is a fruit. Like we did sayyara, هذه سيارة, this is a car. هذه بنت. Like we said before, ta marbuta is a sign of feminine. However, few words which describe femininity, and those are also feminine. We say hadihi, and we've learned before that some of the words the Arabs have made it feminine, so we just have to practice that. For example, shams. So let's do some sentences inshallah. So we got here hadha ibnu, so it's actually hadha ibnu. So when you read, we read hadha ibnu Hamidin, this is the son of Hamid. وهذه بنت ياسر, وهذه is هذه بنت ياسر. Ibn Hamidin, so you want to say Hamid's son is sitting and Yasir's daughter is standing. So you say Ibn Hamidin Jalisun. So it's a boy, we use a masculine word, so Jalisun. This is the female, وبنت ياسر واقفتun, we use ta marbuta. If she was standing, we will say وبنت ياسر جالسة. So سيارة من, so we say سيارة, the single dhamma becoming mudaf, mudaf ilayhi, man is mudaf ilayhi. So we are asking a question, سيارة من, whose car? هذه, we don't say سيارة من هذا because this is a feminine word. سيارة, we use a feminine pronoun. We say سيارة من هذه. You can say هذه سيارة. Here we should concentrate. هذه سيارة, this car. سيارة المدير, of principal. Sometimes we get confused because we got principal here, he is a male. Some students, some people will tend to use هذا سيارة المدير. That will be wrong. If you see هذه is mubtada and سيارة is khabar, only one word. So these two have agree. Anything comes after khabar, it's not have to agree with the gender. That become a mudaf ilayhi here. So هذه سيارة, this car is of mudir. هذه سيارة المدير. So let's put some proper pronouns here, demonstrative pronouns. What do you have to say here? If it is Hamid, we would say هذا حامد. If it is muhandisatun, we say هذا or هذه, we will say هذه because you see sign of femininity, ta marbuta. So we got ta marbuta here again. هذه طبيبة. Mudir, mudir means headmaster. It's not mudiratun, mudirun. So we will use هذا مدير. Then we got bintu. This is the khabar. So we're not looking at Khalidin, we're looking at khabar. So what is bintu? Is daughter. Daughter is feminine. So we use هذه bintu Khalidin. Khabar وهو مضاف إليه. Then again here طالب is a student, is a male student. So we will use هذا, and that is واقف is standing. This student is standing. This is the answers. هذا هذه. If we can write and practice inshallah. So we're going to learn about harf jar li. What does li means? Li means, it could mean two things. It means for, or it also means belongs to. Li means for or means belongs to. And we'll be doing one more harful istifham which comes with li. It's called liman. Li plus man means to whom does this belong to? To whom does it belong to? We are asking a question. So let's do some examples inshallah. So if I have to say this is for Muhammad, so we say هذا li Muhammadin. This li is a harf jar, and we know what comes after harf jar is ism majroor. Muhammadun will become Muhammadin. هذا مبتدا li Muhammadin jar majroor shibu jumla khabar. هذا li Muhammadin وذلك, and that is for Hamidin. وذلك li Hamidin. li Hamidin. لمن هذه العقيبة, to whom does it belong? To what does it belong to? هذه العقيبة, this bag. To whom does it belong to? This bag. So we are saying هذه العقيبة لياسر. هذه العقيبة لياسر. So here we need to see when a question begins with a harf jar like a li or bi, the answer in the sentence which comes after it will have the same harf jar. For example, we say liman hadhihi al-haqiba. So we are saying hadhihi al-haqiba, saying li yasirin, for Yasir. So if we say another, for example, if I give another example, become hadhihi sayyara, for how much is this car? You see, hadhihi sayyara bi khamsa alaf riyalin. This car is for 5,000 riyals. So whenever a question starts with harf jar, the harf jar itself will become a part of the answer. So like here, Alhamdu lillahi. Alhamdu lillahi. All praise is for Allah. Let's see a couple of things here. Li, when it's written with a definite article al, how do we write? Like for example, al-mudarris. When they come together, what will happen is the alif, which is hamzatul wasl, is dropped. So it's written like this, lil mudarris. And we saw before, lil qareeb, lil ba'id. When two lams come together, that is lam plus definite article al, the alif is dropped, lil, like lil mudarris. And if we use the same word here, we got Allah, we got hamzatul wasl here, and we got harf jar li for Allah. And how we write for Allah is supposed to be written like this, but because there are too many lams, so in Arabic they take one lam away, and what we get is like this. So when you see a word like this without hamzatul wasl, it is not Allah, this is lillah. This is lillah, it's for Allah. And we need to remember, it's a very important point which I am going to tell now, just concentrate, that any preposition, when it comes along with the noun, that is harf jar and ism majroor, jar majroor combination, is always giving a detail or a news about something. For example, here we are saying lillah, that is a jar majroor, for Allah. Something else is for Allah. For Allah is not a subject. So jar majroor can never be subject. For example, if you take this ayat, so it is always jar majroor is always khabar. So if you see here, lillahil mashriqu wal maghribu. So we can read now without vowel sound, because we know when it comes al, we got dhamma here, and same thing here, waw is ataf. So we got lillahi. Is lillahi mubtada because it's coming first? We say no, because jar majroor, a preposition can never be a subject. It is always giving detail about another subject. What is the subject in this sentence? So al-mashriqu marfu, that is mubtada. And we will learn inshallah in future why does Allah give the khabar first and then comes the mubtada. Why is it so? So here al-mashriqu wa ataf and al-maghribu mawtufun ala al-mashriqu is mubtada and lillahi is khabar. For Allah belongs the mashriq and the maghrib, the east and the west. So this just remember. So this is how I write. This is just for identification that li is a harf jar and Allahi. Let's do some exercise to these combinations. These sentences are wrongly matched, so we need to write the right combination. So we say al-ghurfatu maftuhun. That's mubtada and khabar match. So it's mubtada is muannath and khabar here is mudhakkar. That's wrong. So we have to have a mudhakkar khabar. So we say al-ghurfatu maftuhatun. So again look at the mubtada and khabar. One word is a khabar. Say hadha sayyaratu. So yeah, khabar is muannas, so we have to change this mubtada. So you can say hadihi sayyaratu tabibi. The doctor. This can be muzakkar or muannas. The person does not matter. So we are looking at mubtada and khabar. So if you see here, hadihi mubtada, miftahu. Say miftahu sayyarati. Miftahu khabar is muzakkar. So mubtada has to be muzakkar. Say hadha miftahu sayyarati. So don't get confused between hadihi and sayyarati. This is a common mistake. So look at the miftahu means key. So we say hadha miftahu. So hadihi abul binti. So hadihi abu. Abu is masculine, so we need to have a masculine pronoun. So we say hadha. Hadha abul binti. This is the father of a girl or girl's father. Same thing here, the easy one. Hadha mudarrisatun. So we don't say hadha mudarrisatun. Say hadihi mudarrisatun. Wa hadihi talibun. Hadihi talibatun or hadha talibun. So both will be right, whatever you can change. So these are the answers. If you can write down, inshallah. So we're going to do another interesting aspect of Arabic is how the body parts in Arabic, we have feminine body parts and masculine body parts. So any part of the body which is a single means it is one, it is considered to be masculine, and any body part which is in pairs, that is considered as feminine in Arabic. Why it is done? It is how the language is constructed. So when there is no reason for it, there might be a reason, but just remember that any body part which is single is masculine, and any body part which is in pairs is feminine. For example, head, we got one head, so we say hada ra'sun, ra'sun. Then we got two eyes, so we say hadihi aynun, hadihi aynun. We got one nose, we say anfun, hada anfun. We got 2 ears, we say hadihi uzunun. It's very easy to remember. So any body part which is one is masculine, any body part which is in pairs is feminine. So if you see tongue, we got one tongue, we say hada lisanun. And we say qadam, got 2 feet, so we say hadihi qadamun. So one face, we say wajhun, so hada wajhun. The 2 hands, we say hadihi yadun. And the legs, we got rijlun, say hadihi rijlun, 2 legs. So this is how you match mubtada and khabar. So single body part we say as a masculine, and double and anything in pairs is feminine. So here we got some pictures, so you need to give a right pronoun. So right, which is hada or hadihi. Spoon is called millaqatun. Bicycle is called darrajatun, millaqatun, and the pot is called qidrun. Iron is called mikwatun. So this will be sent to you. So inshallah you need to write whether it is hada or hadihi. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.